Okay, so this is my first ever YouTube video. Um, I was overthinking it for a while, trying to like make it perfect, but I'm like, just turn on the camera and start yapping and just be, I don't know, raw and just talk to you guys and see if it's interesting. But yeah, the purpose of this video is basically just to go over my life and where I'm at right now, because there's been a lot happening. Um, I quit my job a month and a half ago, got my first big client a month ago, and dropped out of college a week ago. So a lot's happening, but all hopefully for the positive, and just want to go over who I am, where I'm at right now, and where I see myself in the future. But yeah, I just want this to be something I could look back on one day and just reminisce about the journey and everything. But yeah, so who am I and why am I doing this? My name is Baho Sheena. I am from Ontario, Canada, and sounds like a fucking school project. But yeah, I've always been entrepreneurial. I've been into business ever since I was a little kid, like 11, 12, flipping dirt bikes from like like all of high school. I was trying every online hustle you could name. And grade 11 summer, I started my first successful business, I'd say so, a window cleaning business, and learned a lot from that. Don't want to toot my own horn, but I kind of mastered door to door sales from that. Got a really good grip on sales and customer service and fulfillment and hiring and sale. Like I had a sales guy, I had a worker fulfilling the jobs. It was just a great overall first business to learn, especially the door to door. And yeah, also why I'm doing this video and why I'm even going on YouTube. It's because I've been documenting my journey on TikTok for the last 6 months, inconsistently, but recently I've had a bit of traction on there, and I think we're at like 4,800 followers right now. I had one video do really well, so I'm like, why not just start documenting my journey on YouTube as well? Be a bit more authentic, a bit longer videos, and see if it's fun to watch in a bit of time. I don't know, but yeah. So I did the window cleaning business, and that taught me so much. Door to door sales was honestly some of the most fun I've ever had in my entire life. It was just a fucking blast, man. It was so sick. It was such a fun business. I did that grade 11 summer part time because I was working 5 days a week, and then at my family business, and 2 days weekends at my own business. And whole summer, that's all I did. I didn't talk to any of my friends, didn't do anything. Barely did, like literally. I probably hung out with my friends once, twice, maybe that whole entire summer. All I did was work. But made a good chunk of change and learned a lot, so it was definitely worth it. Um, yeah, like I was saying, I've tried every online business. Started the window cleaning business, and then this summer came around because my window cleaning business was last summer, and this summer came around, and my dad didn't want me doing it again and wanted me to be at the campground more and be more present there because family business. So I'm living under his roof. I have to listen to what he says, and he's my dad. So what can you do? Yeah. So I had to comply, but I'm not just gonna give up on business and my own stuff. That's what I love. That's what I want to do. So I just adapted and tried to figure out a way I could continue doing my own business, doing something I love. So I had to adapt and started doing advertising for window cleaning businesses, and that's how I started. Because a lot of my buddies had window cleaning businesses as well, so got into that, started learning from them, or not from them, like running ads for them, and it was honestly the best decision I've ever made. Starting that business was, I knew from the day I started, I was up at like 2 a.m. just thinking about how this was like the greatest business model, and just how it was such a great opportunity and stuff like that. And yeah, that was like 5, 6 months ago now. But yeah, just great business. I love it. I have no complaints. Just teaches everything, so scalable. Getting off topic. But yeah, I started running it for my friend, learned a lot off him. I would highly recommend. Doesn't matter, for free, barely any money, minimum wage even. Doesn't matter. Just start with someone you know. It's going to be like they're doing you a favor, even though you're providing a service for them and doing a lot of work. It doesn't your time's worthless at this point, to be frank. And just try and do it for free. Just try and get your foot in the ads manager and try and get your foot in the door and just some real practical experience, because that'll help you tenfold from any YouTube video or course or whatever you've ever bought in or anything like that. Getting some practical experience will be just so much more helpful. And yeah, so I learned off him and then scaled to a couple other clients, and then it all kind of blew up in my face, and then kind of gave it a break over summer and just started learning, building up from scratch, because so I just focused on studying and learning and learning and learning and just trying to like learn everything about the business side and the agency and frameworks and not framework. Well, yeah, but that's a stupid word. But just trying to learn everything about the entire business, top to bottom, and how like a real successful agency operates. So that's what I spent my whole summer doing. And then, like I said, I don't know, me working at my family business, it was just not really for me, at least at this current point in my life. I just want to create something of my own and create something of substance and become something of myself. So about a month and a half ago, I stopped working at the family business, and that was pretty tough, but we'll get into that for another day. But yeah, I had to make that decision for me and my goals and dreams in life, but I had to do what I had to do. So that happened. 2 weeks after that, I started full-time locking in right after I quit. And 2 weeks later, I landed my first, for me, good sized, but maybe for some people not much, but a $5,000 client. And not 5,000. What am I saying? Sorry, I have my numbers all jumbled up. $4,000 client, like $39.50. So basically 4,000, not 5,000. Sorry about that. But yeah, $4,000 client, 3-month contract. I'm gonna run his ads for 3 months, and yeah, I have a whole offer and a presentation and everything. That's everything I've been building, trying to actually make something like a valuable, real like offer, and like make it seem like something real, not just like some kid who's gonna run ads for me. Make it seem like a real business. Got this hat. There's no like need for it, but just for me, I know how I operate. I know how I am. Seeing something physical like a hat just helps me just see it better and just like focus more. And I don't know, even in something as small as a hat, just help me. And then for like videos and stuff like that, I wanted to have this just branding, but there's no need. You'd be fine without it. But yeah, that was my first big win, because with those clients before, I did a rev share deal. It was like 25%. I'd usually do 20 to 30, but I'd make like $20 a day if I'm lucky. Like, it just wasn't the best, because I was providing good results and they were making good money, but I just wasn't really getting paid at all, and that's not really sustainable. That really hard to track. And who's going to run a business for nothing, Just unorganized. I was just like a media buyer at that point. And now, even though I'm at the very start of my journey, I would say I'm more of like a structured agency, and I have systems in place and stuff like that. Still very, very, very of my journey, and I'm very new to everything, so I'm still building a lot. But 6 months ago, me would be thinking I'm a damn genius, because a lot of things have come into place that is now everything over the last 6 months has built up where it looked like I'd done nothing, but it was all a learning process to where now I'm actually applying everything and it's all coming together, and it's a snowball effect. Those 6 months, I was climbing up the hill with the ball in front of me, whatever the saying is, but I really honestly, from the bottom of my heart, think I'm at the top of the hill. And we'll look back at this in a couple months, but I know I'm close, and I can guarantee that no matter what. The date is September 19th, and by New Year's, my goal is to be doing 20 to 30K a month in revenue. And yeah, I'm really, really, really confident that I'll be able to do that. But yeah, I know I'm close. I know I'm almost there, and I just have to keep going, keep staying consistent, and I'm so unbelievably close. I can fucking taste it, man. I am so close. I just know it. But yeah, I got some notes here. Yeah, so 3 months time, or not three, October, November, December, three in a week, three and some change. My goal is to be doing 20 to 30K a month in revenue, of course, or not of course, but that's the goal. Maybe meet in the middle, 25K. I can say that verbally in this video that that's my goal, 25K. And I'm really confident that I'll be able to hit it because today's the 19th, Friday it is, and I'm running ads on Monday, and everything's been built. Everything I've been working on every day almost is now finally coming together. And I'm about to start running ads on Monday. If everything goes to plan, might be a couple days later, but hopefully that's the goal, Monday. And yeah, I'm gonna start with $50, maybe $100 a day. So I think the ball will really start rolling once I get the ads live. But it's a perfect time to start documenting my journey right before something big happens. And yeah, in 1 year's time, I don't even know what's possible in a year's time, but I just know it's going to be very, very different from today. Speaking numbers wise, just to see if I was even close. Like, honestly, this sounds very, very, very ambitious. I know it's very, very possible, but the goal would be, sounds crazy, don't kill me, but 100K a month by September 19th, 2026 is the goal. I think it's possible. I think it's very possible, but obviously going to be very, very difficult, but I don't know. That's just the goal. That's the goal. 100K is always a month has always been like that number for me. Obviously 10K is also cool. 20, 30, 50. These numbers are cool, but where I personally see like you made it, like you don't have to worry about a thing. Like you're making disgusting amounts of money is 100K a month. And yeah, that's always, yeah, obviously $1 million a month, blah blah blah, 500K. Those are cool, those are amazing numbers, and one day I'd hope and pray to God that I get there. But 100K, I just feel is just such a good number to be at. I don't know. Once you're past 100K, like you know what you're talking about, and you actually have I know 50K a month is successful business, but that's just what I want to get to. But yeah, is there anything else I have to talk about? Just a little chat style first video. But yeah, a year for me today. Let's see how close I was. Hopefully I get there. But yeah, I can tell you this once again, similar to what I said before. But everything I've been working on over these last 6 months, or even my entire life, all of these online businesses and I failed at and tried and failed at and tried and failed at and tried, has all built up to this moment. And that sounds super dramatic, but everything I've worked for is finally coming together. And I just know I'm so close. Everything just makes so much sense. I'm learning the right stuff. I'm implementing the right stuff. I'm taking action. I'm doing everything right. Everything feels right. Obviously, there's all these problems that come in the way, but you just have to get past the problems. You're just I don't know. That's the way I seen it. I forget who said this, but I was watching a video. I think it was Jeremy Haynes. He's an agency guy. He scales companies to 1 million a month. That's his whole spiel. But I love his content. He's a great guy. He seems like a cool guy. Never met him, but seems cool. He was saying the best way to get like the ball rolling and really start hitting big numbers, when a problem arrives, make that your sole focus. Make that your sole like priority and just attack it relentlessly until you get over it. And keep doing that and keep doing that and keep doing that and keep doing that. I don't even know what my point was, but like I was saying, everything's coming together and there are problems, but that's what I've been doing. Just keep relentlessly attacking them. Don't take your foot off the gas and just keep going, because I've done that once before in this business model. I had 3 clients, let my foot off the gas, it crumbled. And I'm not going to miss this opportunity again. I've been given a second chance and I'm not going to make the same mistake as last time. But yeah, I know it true to my heart that I am so close to the top of the hill. And before you realize it, or before anyone realizes it, I'm going to be making a substantial amount of money. It might sound super cocky, super stupid right now, but all of this work that I've been putting in is finally, not yet, but I can tell you, so close to being worth it. And so close to being where I want to be. And making the moves I want to make. And yeah, I think that's all for today. Just wanted to yap a bit. But yeah, if you're here, you're a real one. And yeah, let's see if it all works out. Paint pilot to the moon. But yeah. Have a good night, and I'll see you guys in a year. Peace.